Why Sam Heughan doesn't want anyone to know he celebrated Caitriona Balfe's birthday. Sam sat in the corner of the large living room of his Scottish mansion, soft lights illuminating the warm wooden walls. He looked at the small handwritten note. It was an invitation from a group of Caitriona's close friends, asking for a surprise birthday party for her. But Sam knew that if everyone knew he was planning it, the media, the paparazzi, the fans, the surprise would be lost. He wanted this birthday to be private, for the two of them, for close friends, but more than that, to heal something that only he knew. Caitriona was usually gentle, reserved. She didn't want noise, didn't want fuss. For years, on her birthday, she had chosen to be absent-minded, a warm dinner with family, a few close friends, rather than endure the noise, the flashbulbs, the distant well-wishes. Sam knew she always felt pressured when that day came, like people were looking at her age, at the years gone by, at the future. He wanted this time to be different. This time it had to be something that made her feel loved, appreciated, and held in a safe space. But that wasn't the most surprising reason. A memory in Sam's heart. Before Sam and Caitriona got together, Sam had experienced a huge loss, her best friend from childhood named Heughan. Heughan was the friend Sam shared everything with, his dream of becoming an actor, his youthful anxieties, his failures. When Sam became famous, they kept in touch. But one time, a few years ago, Heughan was in a car accident while visiting relatives in the Highlands countryside. Sam flew over, but when he got there, Heughan was gone. Before he died, Heughan said one thing to Sam in his coma. "If there's someone you love, hold 'em tight. Don't let her be alone on any special day." Sam cried many nights, regretting the time he refused to go to dinner on Heughan's birthday because he was busy filming, the time he didn't answer Heughan's phone because he was tired, the time he said harsh words when his friend was sad. Heughan's death left a hole in Sam's heart, a great regret. Sam swore to himself that he would not let the person he loved feel lonely, abandoned on special days. Caitriona didn't know about Heughan, or if she did, Sam only mentioned it in passing. But Sam silently carried that regret in his heart. He saw each of her birthdays as a chance to make up for Heughan. If he couldn't take care of his best friend until the last minute, he would at least take care of the person he chose to love. That was the deep reason why Sam had to organize a secret birthday for Caitriona, not just for her, but for the promise to his memory. Planning secretly, Sam started a few months before her birthday. He secretly contacted Caitriona's closest friends, people she trusted, her sister, her personal manager, to plot. He rented a small house in a forest near Edinburgh, a place with a view of a small lake and morning mist, quiet and private. He chose people Caitriona loved, her favorite musician, a painter her friend had talked to, a few close co-stars, but no media, no paparazzi. He timed it. When the crew started filming abroad, he would use the free time to clean, bring in decorations, design lighting, prepare music. He hired a small chef to cook her favorite dishes, traditional Irish and Scottish, and soft vases of flowers, pale pinks, hydrangeas, white orchids, to decorate. Every week he sent Caitriona, the manager, a small gift, a book, a record, a wreath, with a gentle reminder that, someday we'll do something fun. But Caitriona had no idea. Sam drove himself into the night to arrange each flashing light, each curtain, each string of paper lanterns. He called a few friends to put up greetings and pictures of them together. Everything had to be kept secret, no sharing of pictures, no saying other than, "I was busy that night." When he sneaked in at night, looking at the empty room and imagining her, he remembered Heughan's words, "Don't leave her alone on her special day," and tears fell silently in the darkness. He told himself, if Caitriona walked into the room without saying a word, at least he would know he had done his best. Unexpected moment. That birthday night was a dry November night. Caitriona was invited by a friend to see an art exhibition, on time, and she accepted without question. Sam called her and said, "I have urgent business, you go as planned, I will pick you up when you return." She was relieved, not knowing that he had timed it beforehand. When she and her friend entered the secret house, the door opened slightly, the warm yellow light, soft background music playing. She stood still. Flowers were scattered on the floor, photos of the two of them hung on the wall, candles flickered. Close friends came out, shouting, "Surprise," and she burst into tears. Sam stepped out of the darkness. In his hand was a small cake, on which was written, "To Caitriona, with all my heart." Caitriona could not believe her eyes. In her eyes were emotion, surprise, and overflowing love. Sam approached, pulling her into his arms. Her friends clapped, the lights flickered. She looked up at Sam. How did you do this?" Sam smiled, her voice a little choked. "Because you deserve it, and because I want to keep my promise to my best friend." She looked at him in surprise, but didn't dare ask any more questions, at least not then. Her friends hugged her, congratulated her, laughed loudly, but her eyes only followed Sam. That night was filled with laughter, music, wishes, but in her heart, the most memorable thing was the deep reason that only Sam knew. Facing the past, after the party, when everyone left, it was just the two of them in the small house. Sam and Caitriona sat by the window looking out at the lake, the moonlight falling on the water shimmering like a mirror. She held his hand. "Why do you say that?" "Because of me. Maybe I know. Or because of some memory." Sam took a deep breath. He looked at her face, his eyes gentle. "Caitriona, you know, before I met you, I lost a very close friend, Heughan. He once told me, if you have someone to love, don't leave them alone on their special day. I left him alone on his last birthday. I turned down invitations to dinner, because I was filming, because I was tired, for all sorts of reasons. When he died, I carried with me a great regret. And when I fell in love with you, I didn't want to repeat that mistake, didn't want to leave you feeling lonely on your special day. So I had to organize it secretly, not to show off, not for others, but because of the promise in my heart, because my friend couldn't keep his word to me, then I would keep my word to the person I love." Caitriona was silent. Tears rolled down her cheeks. She had never thought that a simple birthday could contain such pain, such responsibility. She hugged Sam, her head on his shoulder. Thank you for thinking of me, and for carrying something bigger than love." The scar and the little paradise. That story opened a new door for them, not just love, but healing together. Caitriona began to learn more about Sam's past, not letting him hide it. She asked about Heughan. Sam told her memories, about rehearsals together, unfulfilled dreams, youthful arguments, unspoken words. She cried with him, he cried with her. They shared sleepless nights, times of missing friends, times of regret that they didn't know how to erase. In the months that followed, Caitriona and Sam often spent time in the highlands where Heughan used to live. They walked in the woods, listened to the sound of streams, sat next to the silent old trees. Sam told her about his childhood games with Heughan, chasing in the woods, fishing in the creek, pitching tents in the middle of the night. Caitriona listened, slowly understanding the man she loved, not just for the glamour on the screen, but for the invisible mission his heart had, to not repeat loneliness. Sam changed too. He no longer endured the pressure alone. He shared with Caitriona his career worries, his rumors, his unsatisfactory versions of himself. She became a companion, not judging, not forcing, but just listening. Sometimes Sam woke up in the middle of the night because of nightmares about Heughan. Caitriona patted his back, whispering, "You did the best you could." He knew it didn't erase the memory, but it helped him live on.